What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 8 team builder for the UPBA. We are taking on Coach Manofmats and his Tennessee Tyranitars this week. So let's run through his team real quick here. He has Manaphy, Volcarona, Cobalion, Mienshao, Skuntank, Raichu, Gudra, Zoroark, Slowking, Diancie, Mega Venusaur. His Super Saiyan Z captain is Manaphy, and his two offensive Z users are Volcarona and Mienshao. He has priority in something with Fake Out. Mienshao with Fake Out, I didn't write that down. Skuntank with Sucker Punch, Raichu with Fake Out, Quick Attack, and Extreme Speed, and Zoroark with Sucker Punch. He has hazard setting capabilities in Cobalion with Stealth Rocks and Diancie with Stealth Rocks, and he has hazard removal options in Skuntank with Defog. He has 4x weaknesses in Volcarona to Rock and Diancie to Steel. Volcarona's Rock weakness typically means that he has to bring Skuntank every single week, that he brings Volcarona at least to defog the rocks away, which also doesn't help with him because he would probably want hazards up on the opponent's side of the field for Volcarona to be able to pick up some KOs with a little bit of chip damage. So let's run into our team right now. We're bringing Jupiter Choice Scarf Helios this week with Dry Skin. Dry Skin's always really good. Lets us switch into Manaphy for pretty much free as well. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Surf, and Hyper Voice. Reasonably, Volt Switch and Thunderbolt are the only two moves that I need. His only electric immunity is a potential Lightning Rod Raichu. That's the only electric immunity that he has on his entire team. Surf is good to hit the Volcarona with potentially. And Hyper Voice is just really good stab that's only resisted by Cobalion and Diancie, both of which don't want to take a Thunderbolt. Max Speed, Max Special Attack. Max Speed lets us outspeed Scarfed Cobalion, and Max Special Attack lets us hit the hardest. Next up is Hero Verzion, coming back for the first time since week 2, where it literally did nothing. That set was kind of neat. I think it was Calm Mind Special or something like that, but Verzion actually goes in on this team with a physical set because it gets more coverage. So we have Life Orb, Zen Headbutt, Leaf Blade, SD, and Sacred Sword. Zen Headbutt is there pretty much primarily for the Mega Venusaur, but it's also our best way to hit the Volcarona. Leaf Blade is really good stab that hits his entire team, bar Sap Sipper Gudra super well. Actually, it doesn't hit the Cobalion super well, and it doesn't hit the Skuntank super well, but it's kind of our best move in that scenario. Sacred Sword hits the rest of the team. Essentially, it hits the rest of the things like Gudra, which... yeah, it'll hit the Gudra the best. It'll hit the Skuntank the best. It'll hit the Cobalion. And it'll hit the Zoroark for super effective damage too, depending on what the Zoroark was transformed into. I might not be able to predict it, but there you go. Max Speed, Max Attack lets us Speed tie with Cobalion. Did I say Max Special Attack? I meant Max Attack. So, yeah, because we're a Swords Dance set, so he does have knockoff users in Mienshao and Zoroark that we can switch into completely freely, get the justified boost, and all of a sudden we're at +1, and then at +3 we just win the game with Verzion, to be completely honest. Anything that would outspeed me with a Scarf would be Cobalion and Raichu would outspeed me. And then the other things that outspeed me, like if he's running Scarf Volcarona, you know, props to him, right? But that Volcarona is like pretty much the only threat to this Verzion set, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe like Skuntank, Scarf Skuntank with Sludge Bomb. I don't know. Like, Verzion's a really specially bulky mon in the first place, so we can kind of like set up on Manaphy for free, to be completely honest, unless he's running a Psychic, which I do think he actually would be. I'm kind of expecting like a Z Rain Dance sort of set from Manaphy this time around. We do have Scarf Helios does outspeed that, so that's kind of our check to that. Next up is Monkey Boy. Bring back Infernape. I believe Infernape is the only thing that's shown up to every single match. So yeah, Infernape rocking Choice Band with Blaze, which should actually be Iron Fist. There we go. Glad I got that. With Mach Punch, U-Turn, Earthquake, and Flare Blitz, I realized I had a huge oversight in not bringing Mach Punch on Infernape last week against Jed. If I had Mach Punched the Xurkitree, it was a roll in my favor. I believe it was, what is that? 11 out of 16 roll in my favor to KO with Mach Punch, and then the game's wildly different if he doesn't just sweep me with circuitry. Yeah, so that's what Mach Punch is there for. It's good priority, just pick things off when they're low. Banded Mach Punch is actually really threatening to something like Cobalion too, so that's a thing. Sorry. U-turn is good to hit things like the Slowbro with. It's really just really good momentum in the long run. I didn't really utilize any momentum against Jed, which I kind of felt bad about. He sort of had control of the game after turn 1, I felt, because I chose a poor lead, and so I was sort of playing catch-up the entire game, but Earthquake hits a lot of things pretty well. He doesn't have anything that's levitating. He doesn't actually have a flying type, so he has no Earthquake immunity. Hits the Skuntank super effectively, hits the Raichu super effectively, hits the Diancie super effectively. It's kind of our way to deal with Volcarona if we're on Volcarona 2, although potentially Banded Flare Blitz does more, which is there for the Cobalion, the Volcarona. It's going to do neutral damage to the Venusaur, I think, because of Thick Bat. I don't know. Flare Blitz like hits his team really well, bar Slowbro and Manaphy, so that's kind of the idea there. Max Speed Jolly lets his speed tie Cobalion. Seems to be kind of a trend. I do think he'll bring Cobalion. Oh, I should note, I think he's going to bring Manaphy, Volcarona, Cobalion, Mienshao, Raichu, Goodra, and Mega Venusaur. That is seven things, and if he brings Volcarona, he's bringing Skuntank, so you can count out one of those as well, but I don't really see... Oh. Wait, he doesn't have Slowbro, he has Slowking. What? Sorry, he has Slowking. I have a picture of Slowbro on my screen for some reason, thinking that he has Slowbro. That's odd. I might have written it down wrong. I have no idea if he has Slowking or Slowbro, to be honest with you. I can't really see the picture. It looks like he has Slowking, according to the screenshot that I have. So, yeah, that's a thing. I guess he's got Slowking, so sorry if I've been saying Slowbro the whole time. I've had a sprite of Slowbro up on my other monitor that I've been looking at this entire time. I was going to delete that real quick. There we go. Yeah, that's the gist with this. And because I'm not bringing a Z-move on Infernape this week, I thought I'd pop one on Mimikyu. Bring in Mimikyu again with Normalium Z. Hopefully we can keep picking up kills with Mimikyu. Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw, Poliwrath, and Splash for the Z Splash. I know it's not really a surprise anymore now that I've already against Magic, but the idea is that at +3, with a little bit of chip on Venusaur, we can actually kill that, which is his bulkiest thing, and then we kind of just sweep with like a Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw, Poliwrath idea. I don't see a situation where I can get 2 Sword Stances up against his team. He doesn't have anything that's like free setup fodder like a Chansey would be, for example. Chansey specifically against Mimikyu is really bad, and Mimikyu like preys on Chansey for breakfast. I could get to +6 on that thing easily. Anyways, 160 speed Jolly lets us outpace Skuntank. He has a lot of base 100s, and then he has no base 90s, so I'm outspeeding the next best thing, which is Skuntank. Max attack 96 in Spadef because it's our next best stat. Hopefully lets us live like a Sludge Bomb from Mega Venusaur a little bit better. I would hope. Crossing my fingers, hoping. Next up we have Thick, our Registeel leftovers. Clear Body, I wasn't sure what to do with this. I'm not sure if he's got anything that can like eliminate my stat drops, or if he's got anything that would like potentially stat drop me. Maybe like a Psychic from Manaphy or something, or a Focus Blast from Zoroark. So I'm probably going to leave it. Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Rest, and Toxic. Mono attacking Earthquake this week because, again, he has no flying type, so Earthquake's going to hit everything the best, especially things that are going to want to set up, switch in on Registeel. Something like a Volcarona can switch in on me and sort of like set up for free. So that's what Earthquake's there for. It's going to hit it pretty hard. Stealth Rocks are really good against his team, especially against Volcarona, because if he's switching in on Stealth Rocks, then he dies to an Earthquake. So that's the thing. Rest is good recovery, especially against things like Manaphy that can't kill me in 3 hits. Toxic, good to wear things down. Things like the Goodra that can't touch me. Like this is my switch into Goodra 100% of the time. Can't touch me. Things like the Deancey get worn down by Toxic. I don't feel that I need Ironhead. I think Earthquake is better there to deal with like the Manaphy a little bit better. And the Cobalion, if I can predict to switch into Cobalion or something like that, who knows. Max special defense with Careful, because we've got an attacking move. Sorry, a physically attacking move, so I didn't want to run Calm. That's why we got Careful. Max HP, it's just pretty standard, especially defensive Registeel. And last but not least is Steve, our Choice Scarf Crocodile. I've used Crocodile really poorly this season, in my opinion. Crocodile and Heliolisk, this week is sort of hopefully going to be a bounce back week for both of them. Heliolisk is 0-3 and Crocodile is 0-4. And I think with the sets I've brought, they've been reasonably okay at dealing with things. I just haven't played around them well enough, maybe? Like my match against Jed last week, I thought Choice Specs Heliolisk could have put in a lot more work. And in the end, it ended up just dying circuitry for free, so kind of sad about that. Choice Scarf Moxie, I don't really need Intimidate. He doesn't have too many physical attackers, bar, in my mind, the only physical attackers he would run are Mienshao, Cobalion, potentially physical Zoroark, potentially physical Goodra, but those two are less likely. So, yeah. Knockoff, Earthquake, Crunch, and Facade. Realistically, Dark plus Ground Stab bodies his team. I could have run like a 3-attack set, but then where's the fun in that? So Crunch is just really good to lock myself into late game if I'm not, if Cobalion's out of the picture. And Facade in case I get Scald Burned or poisoned or something like that. Who knows? But Facade hits really hard, so to deal with that. 192 in HP. Well, okay, let's talk about the speed real quick. I have 60 speed here with the Scarf. This lets us outspeed Raichu, which is the best thing we could outspeed. I thought Scarf was just sort of better for Crocodile because it sort of threatens out things a little bit better than Banded does when they can revenge kill me. Mano doesn't really have, he doesn't really have good priority on his team. I resist Sucker Punch. Quick Attack's not really great. Fake Out's not really great. And an Extreme Speed on Raichu, like, hello, you're running that thing physically? Why? So that's just where I'm coming from there. So running Max Stack Adamant, which is gonna hit really hard. 192 HP for an odd value of HP and 4 in defense, just because it's the 1 point. Yeah, so that's the team. We've got some win cons this week in, well, I don't know. We've got some Scarfers that can punch holes, a Banded Mon that can punch holes, then we have 2 setup Mons, so we are kind of physically offensive, but he doesn't really have walls to deal with that. Like, physically defensive Deancey doesn't take my ground stab very well. Physically defensive Venusaur is not fantastic. In the first place, usually you want to run Venusaur especially defensive from what I've seen, because it's weak to things like Psychic, which I'm not bringing this week. Not even sure what would have it. Mimikyu gets Psychic. That's the thing that gets Psychic. That's pretty much it, I think. I'm not sure if Virizion gets Psychic. Let's take a look. Let's take a look-see down the Virizion move train here. It would probably be in here if it had it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that it doesn't. As we look, and nothing. Yeah, Virizion's move pool is kind of weak, to be honest with you. But this is fine. We're fine with this. So yeah, cool. That's the team builder, and I guess I will see you guys for our match.